Yeah, so I guess you're not ignoring the risk in the relationship.
Absolutely not.
You're kind of checking out that the person has that other kind of support too.
Mm.
Yeah.
If I have a client that comes to me that is obviously physically at risk, and that doesn't necessarily equal underweight, if they say something to me about the severity of their behaviours which concerns me, then I will contract with them that they see a doctor. And I might, if they say something to me in email or on telephone before a first session, I might even stipulate that that happens before the first session, which for some people might really go against typical counselling behaviour, because that's, it sounds like it's my agenda, but it is not in the client's best interest for me to be challenging them if they're in physical crisis. That's
Mhm.
dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wanted to ask you, I was interested, well, how do you manage the risk at the beginning? And
Mm-hmm.
right from the get-go with someone on the phone, you might be saying to them, right, doctor first,
Mm-hmm.
NHS first, well, National Health Service here in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and then come and see me too.
Yeah.
But it's not one or the other, it's got to come
Yeah.
happen together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard because some people will say no, and I
Mm.
have to hope that in the future they change their mind and they come back to me, or they go to somebody else, or for whatever reason they end up having another doctor's appointment and the doctor notices, because it is life threatening, and I can't forget that with every client that walks through the door. I have to hold that in the room. I think some of that's mine and some of that's theirs,
Mm.
but I also can't be distracted by it.
Yeah. So what might that look like, being distracted by it? How could it
Um,
get you, do you think?
I think it could get me caught up in, oh, you fainted this week. Let's talk about how scary that is, which would absolutely be my feeling more than theirs, because a person that's highly unwell from an eating disorder probably doesn't have the best level of regard for themselves. And sometimes it is helpful for them to hear my concern, but for me to take them down a path, and that's what I would be doing, asking questions about, essentially medical questions about their health, because I want to placate my anxiety, isn't moving them anywhere.